Welcome to the Weekend Update. I'm Brianna.
And I'm Allie, and here are tonight's top stories. The era of good feelings. After the War of 1812, there was a huge rise in nationalism and unity. There's a boom in architecture and literature. People stop referring to themselves by their state, rather as Americans. But with the good things must come the bad. Well, after the War of 1812 came to close, sectionalism emerged, along with disputes over tariffs in the South. In the end, the Republican Party splits over the uprising issue of slavery, which can be assumed to be the boiling point that sets the path of future disputes over slavery, leading to the Civil War.
Ultimately, this has a domino effect. One thing collapses after the next, which leads to the ironic title of the time period, the era of good feelings.
Coming up, the Battle of New Orleans, Jackson and the acquisition of Florida, the Monroe Doctrine, the Panic of 1819, Missouri Compromise and the rise of sectionalism, and the election of 1824 and its ramifications.
Welcome to Mystery Date with me as your host. Today's contestants are Andrew Jackson and James Monroe. One of these lucky singles will get the opportunity to go on a date with the lovely Bertha. Okay, Bertha, you will now be able to ask the contestants some questions in order to help choose who you're going to date.
Okay, so first tell me something about yourselves.
What's up? I'm Andrew Jackson, Commander of the U.S., the Battle of New Orleans. This is devastating. Don't start pointing fingers at me. It wasn't all my fault. Bloodiest battle of the war. I mean, what are you going to do? It's not my fault that they didn't get the word out to me about the treaty again not, being signed. It's not my fault. 2-3 weeks, that a lot happens, obviously. 2,000 casualties for the British, 21 for us. I don't know what else to say. It just wasn't my fault. And the icing on the cake here, it's not all my fault because the British are just straight up dumb. They forgot their ladders. It was just a huge mess. They sat there like sitting ducks in the trenches. Boom, boom. It was just an easy win for us. America wanted Spanish Florida. I'm going to say it was a safe haven for slaves. And during the War of 1812, you already know, we acquired West Florida. After the war, led my troops into Spanish-controlled East Florida, and I ruined Seminole Indian encampments, and I ruined not one, but 2 Spanish forts. Then Adams used my actions to put pressure on the Spanish foreign minister so America could get something out of it. It's none of my business, though. Just use all my stuff. It's fine. It's cool. I don't have feelings. Transcontinental Treaty of 1819, where the U.S. annexed Florida in exchange for $5 million. Spain relinquished Oregon, and the United States claimed Texas. This assisted in further expansion across the United States.
Okay, sounds nice. What about you, James?
Hi, I'm James Monroe. While I was president, I had to deal with European countries trying to colonize in the U.S. John Quincy Adams, who helped me write the Monroe Doctrine, which stated that no European powers were allowed to colonize in the U.S. or the Western Hemisphere. Also, all the European countries have to stay out of our business, and we stay out of theirs.
All right. I choose Jackson.
I knew it, babe. I knew it. I knew you would choose me, babe. I knew it.
Sexy lady, beautiful lady, real fine lady.
One eternity later.
I must say, you look mighty fine tonight.
Thank you, Jackson.
Welcome to the tavern. Here's some menus. I'll let you guys look it over, and I'll be back to take your order.
Wow.
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 So
This is going to cost a
sophisticated.
lot of money. Okay.
Well, aren't I just worth it?
You're worth it.
Wow, Andrew. This is a real nice restaurant. Thank you.
I thought you'd like it.
Can I get you guys something to drink?
Yeah, you got any juicy juice?
How about you?
Well,
Oh, we got us water, so...
You got Capri Sun? What you got?
We got water. So...
That's all you got, water? You so cheap at this restaurant.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna just pick this up now. I'm violent. Sorry, I ain't usually like this.
Oh, I can't.
All right.
So, Andrew,
how are you handling the results of the election of 1824?
I'm gonna be pretty honest with you right now. Adam stole the presidency from me. I had it. I had it under my sleeve. Like, it was coming out. I was gonna be president, and I won the popular vote because I'm extremely popular. But you know, because of my faithful Jacksonians, shout out to all my Jacksonians who always have my back, never leaving my side. Of course, decision goes to the House of Representatives. Henry Clay and Adams took the presidency right out from under me, and you know, Clay thought all because of the Battle of New Orleans, I'm not fit to be president. Whatever, their loss.
Yeah, I heard about the corrupt bargain. Is it true that Henry Clay had the power to swing the election either way and choose Adams because Adams promised and appoint Clay Secretary of State?
You betcha, Dollface. But they were foolish to think that my supporters would be okay with such a corrupt and unfair ending to the election. The Jacksonians withdrew from the Republican Party, which, you know, that's why we have the Democratic Republican Party, which is modern day, the Democrats.
Wow, that's a shame, especially with you winning the popular vote.
What can I say? Adams can take his presidency knowing he didn't earn it, rather than struck a deal with Clay. But enough about that. Thanks for choosing me to go on this date with you. I'm really looking forward to get to know you more.
I'm very parched over here.
do you guys know what you want to eat?
Oh, I would like some more. Thank you. You read my mind.
So, what would you like to order?
I'll start with the chicken noodle soup. I have Caesar salad, a filet mignon, the lobster tail, shrimp, and
I don't know how much money
pasta.
I got. Like, I ain't
maybe
president,
put
so I ain't got no
some
money.
crumbs in there.
Like, how this gonna work?
End to end, I'll have the cheesesteak with some strawberries on top and a brownie, maybe some chocolate ice cream.
I'll be right on that. And for you, sir?
You got the mac and cheese with a little SpongeBob in them. You know what I'm saying? A little SpongeBob mac and cheese. You got those?
I'll see if the cook can provide
That's
the
what
SpongeBob mac and cheese for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be
If you
right
can
on
get a
top
tip,
of
I'm
that.
gonna have to have those. Thank you. I must say, I ain't really got no type, but you was really my type. I think we could really work out here. That ain't no SpongeBob.
The
mac and
chef had
cheese.
some issues in the back,
Obviously, you don't want to sit.
so this
Do
is
you know who
weird.
I am? Dude, let me know. You think you know who I am?
Welcome back to the Weekend Update. I'm Sam.
And I'm Brianna, back to talk to you about the Panic of 1819. In 1819, the post-war of 1812 economic expansion ended. Banks throughout the country failed, mortgages were foreclosed, forcing people out of their homes and off their farms. Falling prices impaired agriculture and manufacturing, triggering widespread unemployment. All regions of the country were impacted, and prosperity did not return until 1824.
January 1819, cotton prices sank in England and the Panic of 1819 began. Cotton was the most valuable American export, so the fall in cotton prices triggered a credit card contraction that engulfed the entire American economy. A sudden shift in policy by the United States, the Bank of the United States, virtually granted that the economic downturn would settle into a depression. The depression would cause the bank to stop all loans, call in all debts, refuse to honor drafts drawn on its branches in the South and West. Hardest hit by these policies were farmers and businessmen in the West. But don't worry, this was all during the era of good feeling, so it couldn't have been that bad.
L-A-M-O-R-O-U-S,
Hi, what are you here for today?
I'm just getting my nails done.
Okay, take a seat right here.
glamorous, glamorous, glamorous,
paying you. You gotta reach over.
Put your
bro.
hands down.
I've got
Put your hands down.
They're down.
Damn, you look stressed out, my friend.
I'm just worried that I'm gonna have to eventually get rid of my slaves. I mean, can't picture my life without them. I mean, imagine me cleaning the house.
What do you mean?
Having Illinois as the 11th free state and Missouri as the 11th slave state to make the states ratio even. I'm just scared that as the 11th state ratio will be uneven, and what if the government decides to abolish slavery because there are more free states than slave states?
Oh, I understand. You got quite the predicament going on, but I think you're thinking too much into it. It's not like we're going to a civil war over it. On the other hand, I'm starting to see a rise of sectionalism between Northerners and Southerners, and tensions rise daily.
What do you mean? I ain't seen no beef.
Northerners don't want slavery, but the Southerners, which would be yourself, do. Well, I mean, since the Missouri Compromise is a bill that passed as maintaining the balance between free and slave states.
The Era of Good Feelings is actually misnamed as there were a number of developing tensions in the United States and there was no spark to it.
The Era of Good Feelings ultimately paves the path to slavery because it causes sectionalism to develop over the issue of slavery.
The Era of Good Feelings was a domino effect because after one thing passed or occurred, another bad thing happened after it.
In the end, it just needed more problems to come, such as the Civil War.
All we got out of the War of 1812 was nationalism, and we thought it was good, but it really was bad and bit us in the behind. It led to all future problems such as Jackson and the acquisition of Florida, European nations not acknowledging the Monroe Doctrine, the Panic of 1819, Missouri Compromise, the rise of sectionalism, and the election of 1824 and its ramifications.
A major crisis over slavery in America was averted by passing the Missouri Compromise, but this was only a short, temporary solution. Everything that happens with the Missouri Compromise sets the tone for the Civil War. The Republican Party splits, and it all goes downhill from there, and the unity was lost after.
Thanks for watching tonight's show. Special shout out to Andrew Jackson for co-starring tonight.
Bertha and James Monroe.
Good night, everybody. You're all supposed to say that.
I must say, you look mighty fine tonight.
Wow, thank you, Jackson.
Are you kidding me right now? Yo, you know what? As a waiter, you're supposed to come in and be like, yo, can I get you a drink or anything? Like, really? Really? You have one job. One job. No, you have one job. One job.
Put your finger back. Put your finger. I told you I was coming. Like.
Oh my god, I want to light myself up. Okay, we could just.
What do you mean?
Well, I have Illinois as the 11th free state and Missouri as the. Well, I messed up real bad.
Wait, so what would it be?
Yep, you're taking the Arden right now. You're only getting half the face. What great timing.
Did you say Rakawa?
No,
you said Shawatoa.
I thought you said Sakatoa.
That's what I did say.